Welcome to the Realm of Galehardt. Long ago, ancient mythology spoke of 7 gods who ruled over the realms. Harmony, peace, and prosperity spread throughout the lands. That is, until tensions grew among them, stemming from love, betrayal, jealousy, and greed. A fight among them caused a century-long war, started by Arawn, the god of darkness and the underworld. A jealousy and hate-fueled rage caused him to seek absolute control over the realms. With a long and brutal battle, the remaining 6 banded together to imprison Arawn to his realm of the underworld. And with the war and the process leaving them weak, they faded into history. Many believe that summoning the 6 gods to rule once again will bring harmony to the land, while others seek to free and restore Arawn to his former power. As our adventurers find themselves in an age-old conflict, join us as we live the stories of the Legends of Galehardt.
We'll pick up where we left off, or where we're picking up from. Where we're starting.
Double if you can do both at once.
So
that's
is
easy.
This before or after
context,
the
though.
water monster thing?
That's easy.
after.
After.
Okay.
So this is right after you guys.
That's YouTube.
Yep, you guys just finished up.
All of our people have said fuck it.
Yeah,
Okay.
a lot of your compatriots have basically just said,
Fuck it.
Minus those that are
Screw this.
contractually obligated.
yeah, minus the ones that are contractually obligated. So you are left with the 2.
Oh.
I don't like them.
Yeah, so you're left with Anira, and you are left with Wade. You're left with Galdar. You've got the coachman contractually obligated. You have Lanet. Lanet stuck around, and Sun Lee is there because she's tagging along.
And Wade's in the background, crying his eyes out, but all you hear is.
Yeah.
Silent crying.
Yep. Silent crying. Yep.
Alright.
So you guys are at the tavern.
Alright. Is it the white thingy in?
That's what
Okay.
it says. The white.
That's what I have it in my
White
notes.
thingy in only.
That's okay. Hang on. Okay.
The
I got.
white flask in.
I got the white thing in. that's what I have it.
You got the white thing in. Have you ever tried
As
this
the
out?
white flint,
The
like
white
our wagon and all
in.
that stuff was there. It's the
The
white thing
white
in.
flask. The white flask,
Flask.
in. Yep. Yeah. So you're at the white flask inn. You do see several, different people around the bar. Being that you've just lost, a good chunk of you guys' party.
Wow.
Be like that sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
You mean like
you
Roger
guys
right
are,
now?
of course, looking for some
can't make
new
jokes like that.
compatriots
Yeah, one
to
time
join you.
You will.
Up at the bar, you see an elf sitting up at the bar. You also see a tiefling sitting at the bar.
I'm at the bar. I have an introduction.
You have an introduction?
I have an introduction.
Okay, all right.
You have an erection?
I'm going to turn that over to you then if you've got an introduction for
Oh,
you.
I'm currently not.
You
visible
see a
in the main
hooded
tavern
figure.
space.
Okay, so a hooded figure.
Naturally.
Yeah, Dan, what's up?
Where's my
So we're all in the bar, just
Can I have
all
some more
separate,
ropes?
right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So you guys are with Galdar and the rest of what's left of your group.
Maybe we should
and
not,
you
like,
see
throw
everybody
those
else
lands
kind
on
of
the TV
spotted
screen.
around the bar.
Can I do
I
something?
saw the
except
flash
for,
too.
Are you in the bar?
I am in the bar.
Where are you in the bar?
I'm currently in my room.
Up Thanos'
Okay, so
ass.
you are
I'm
upstairs,
too
right?
young to be in the bar.
Yes, sir.
So you see 3 others that
Okay.
potential.
I don't
I mean,
have
there's
any
other, town folk, but you recognize some of the town folk that are in there as the regulars that were there
Last
before
time.
in
They
your
were there
many
last time.
stays. Yeah.
Can I look for a now hiring sign?
I'll
Sure.
beat you to it. Can I talk to the bartender?
Okay. Sure. Let's go. Let's start with Dan. So Wade walks up to. There's a jobs board that you can see, where you can post. It's kind of like a community cork board in a sense. You see, there's a lot of little signs and things for people that are wanted, different things around town, and you can add something there if you'd like. No, you
No,
don't.
what I want to do is take the now hiring, stand on
The
a table and be
biggest
like,
I mean, it's a.
flip it all in the air and stuff. Advertise.
It's a.
Start twerking. I don't care. Wade can't talk, so he don't care.
Okay,
I'm
so.
gonna just stand on a table and be like,
All right.
anybody want to go on an adventure?
Sure. So you walk up to the jobs board, which is just kind of commonly, it's a cork board kind of esque thing. You walk up, rip it off the wall, jump onto the closest table you can find, and just start doing like the guys that stand on the street corners with the signs that are just flipping it around.
Sign twirler.
It doesn't say.
Pizza burger, half
Like,
into
it
12
doesn't specifically
ounce
say.
pizza
Yeah.
sale.
It doesn't specifically say like help wanted, but it's the jobs board. You're just kind of like swinging it around, and people are looking at you a little strangely, but you've caught the bar's attention. In the meantime,
I realize that he's doing that, and I just never mind.
you tune it out completely and you
No,
go to the
no,
bar.
no. I say never mind to the bartender. Walk over to the table he's standing on, shove his ass off the table, get on the table, be like, okay, so what this nincompoop's trying to say is, we need some people to go on an adventure with us. Anybody want to go?
So you've addressed the bar.
Yeah.
Wade is looking very
Pissed.
upset about your actions.
Puts pipe away.
Oh,
Not here. Not here.
All right, fair enough. So
I've been
things
bubbled
to be
before.
explained. So many things.
yeah.
I got bubbled
So
with
what
this
is
sex
what does the
change.
rest of you guys do?
Alright.
I'm
Oh,
finishing up
What did you get bubbled for?
Sex change.
I forgot what the word is.
You got-
It's
you
a
got hit
mug
with
of
a snake
brew.
one.
Yep,
She,
just
she
a
thought my woman was
tankard
a
of
man
ale.
Yeah, tankard of ale.
Until I
I'm finishing a tankard of
put her
ale.
hand on my woman's
Slam it
tits.
on the bar counter. Barkeep, I want another one. Please. Another one.
It's
Another one.
Is your
one.
character just DJ Khaled?
Yeah.
Seriously, just
Oh, no.
DJ Khaled but with like a hood.
We the best.
He comes through the door just like,
Oh no.
All my character says are DJ Khaled quotes.
Oh, no.
Barkeep, we the best. Another one.
All right.
my
So yeah.
gosh.
So you order
But
another
seriously,
one.
barkeep, I would like another
Yep.
tankard, please.
The barkeep brings you another one. Pronto.
I'm just gonna toss him 2 gold.
Yep.
Mind if I fucking take this?
Go for it.
All right.
Whips out his cock.
Hey you! Why are you yelling? And why are you twirling the sign?
Why are you
This is bullshit. I'm trying to enjoy my day.
I'm just gonna walk up. She says she wants to go on an adventure.
Why?
We
Don't
need
you see the
people.
hazards out there, people? It's kind of dangerous out there.
I'm half
I
time.
love the
just
like
bubble him.
half just like.
It's not my business.
Maybe if you buy me a few
You
more
want just an
brewskis,
empty
I'm
cup?
gonna-
You want an empty cup? You can
I'm
just use my empty
maybe
cup.
if you buy
Look
me
over
a few more drinks,
At
maybe I'll join
said
you. But
dwarf on a table
it's
with
gonna,
one eye
take a few
closed
more to
and
convince me.
Are you a pirate?
No,
Make it
not that I'm
interesting.
aware of.
No, I'm not even.
So
you
so
see the
while
twinkle
this
in
is
his
all
eye.
happening,
Yeah, at the ruckus, I'll finally. I'm in my room, just finishing up on an easel and kind of like stress painting.
stress painting.
And I'll just stroking my brush against the canvas.
Yeah,
Gotta keep
real
it
good, real good like that.
Beat the devil out of it. Beat the devil.
I told you I was a
I
painter.
swear, if I become the Bob Ross of this universe, I may just off myself.
All right.
I will come down at that point, and I will kind of like stiffen up my very nice kind of like overcoat of black with kind of like a vague gold-threaded trim. It's really fashionable, honestly. Solid, thin mustache. Honestly, if you could just like copy and paste my face, like I specifically grew this out with the limited facial hair experience I have.
You want some of mine?
You could share if you really wanted to.
Okay, from down there. Got it.
No.
I feel
Oh, that's a
like we
jackass
could
special,
maybe
though.
take some of Kinner's and put it on you. But
Honestly,
then
you could
yes,
the
share.
issue is though is that I feel like if we clip it a little, it's curly. It's gonna look like a pube anyway.
It'd be like that sometimes. Sometimes you wear the pubes, sometimes the pubes wear you.
Jesus Christ.
But
Sometimes you
What do
wear
you-
the pubes.
what do you get if you
Sometimes
have
the
nuts
pubes
on a
wear
chest?
you. The worst part is I was like looking as I'm thinking, cool. You know, we can catch a few phrases to put on T-shirts and.
Oh no.
Not yet.
Nope.
yes, please wear this to your public things such as weddings, funerals,
Job
family
interviews.
functions.
And in large
Yeah.
text across the entire shirt
Preferably
from
teacher
collar to
conferences.
bottom hem, these nuts.
But yeah,
Okay.
I walk out, thin, very well kept but well shaped facial hair, a big coif of like dirty blonde hair,
Dirty bond.
dirty bomb. And I will just kind of scan the room. Who said they were hiring? Anything? Money? Is that a potential offer?
hear 'em?
I
he
said
looks
I
to
was
be.
hiring. I didn't say.
Well, I mean, are you gonna pay with something? This is
No,
not
no, no.
necessarily-
I'm
gonna
looking
come
you
da-
up and down and being like,
I'm coming down.
but I didn't.
I'm like proclaiming at her like, He looks like a mighty fine adventurer. While I'm proclaiming that, I'm like finishing this, slam it down, and I'm gonna use my mage hand cantrip and try to sneak another tankard of ale to my body. So
Okay.
he looks like a mighty fine
As-
adventurer.
As
Okay.
he's doing this, like, I'm gonna look at, are you sure we want to do this in this
Okay.
bar?
So you
wanted
do that.
thing back up
you
on wall.
spot a half drunk tankard sitting on an unattended table. Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand check.
That's a D20, right?
Yep.
First roll of the game. Let's see how it does. First roll of
Do I
everything.
roll
really.
like just on the table here? Or?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wait,
we have
yeah.
a
There's
tray.
a tray.
Oh,
Yep.
We'll keep you honest.
I'm just gonna put it right there for now.
I don't
That's
know
fine.
if that's a good idea.
Actually,
No.
here,
Actually-
do it like
On the
On the
corner.
corner.
So, you know
There
those
you go.
tables we want? I feel like if we got them
8.
for here,
add
when we
your
get the new
sleight of hand.
table, we get those trays over top, and
So
then we
16.
use those
16 will
That
do
would
it. Yeah,
be nice.
you
Wow.
do manage
That's
to.
And then we can keep our
So
stuff
like the
underneath.
ghostly hand kind of.
And then it's not on the
This
over-
drink kind of floats back to you and just. Blip.
And I just kind of like
Yep, you just,
yank it out of the
like-
air and just.
A hand approaches with a tankard, and you just kind of reach up and grab it, and then just. Yep.
Here's your cup back. You're welcome.
I've seen like.
Oh yeah,
Red
there you
Solo
go.
night.
Perfect.
Yeah, right.
You fill me up.
The magical hand brings me a red solo
I saw
cup.
a cup
Are we at a
on
bar or
Amazon.
like
I saw a
a
cup on
freaking
Amazon.
barn in the middle of nowhere?
All right.
Been to one.
Tabs in the middle
So
of town.
okay, so you guys have been approached by
Just be like, oh,
four
hey, thanks.
The clank
Toby
scared
Keith.
me.
No.
interesting other.
I heard the
She
click of the glass.
stopped him
She
from.
walked up and yeah. So okay, so you've been approached by 3.
No, Mike
Two.
hasn't said anything.
2
You
have.
eyed me up.
There's a lot
And
of
I
stuff in
said,
this
make it worth
conversation.
my while.
Oh,
I feel like we
Okay,
should,
this
like,
whole
write
time, this whole
down.
big weird conversation going on. Wade's got the wanted poster thing or job poster. I'm like, what did we just do?
Are you hiring that? I'm gonna shout down from the upper balcony area for the second floor.
Yeah, there's like stairs that come
Yeah,
down.
yeah. Are you hiring also? You seem a bit more acclimated to hiring processes. Oh, you're with.
What's my
Anyway.
character? Oh,
Is
I
this
don't know
job
you
OSHA
technically
friendly?
yet. Do I? Okay. I go up to, I like nudge him. I'm like, what is he yelling about? As I'm like slamming down the half drunk.
As I'm
tankard.
watching what's going on, like I have already asked him,
Do
like,
you know
are
what
you
he's
sure we're
yelling
doing
about?
this?
Because I'm confused.
I get off the table and I walk up to the barkeep. I need a drink.
I hand you another full tankard, and I'm like, job. He wants money.
Aye! And just slam it.
All right.
Mind you, I'm an elf, and I probably shouldn't say I, but I want to.
Okay.
And I just slam it down.
All right.
That's 3.
That's 3. Yep. I'm counting. Don't worry.
Okay.
Meanwhile, when Wade heard I'm waiting for the rest of the sentence.
Capitan?
Staring intently.
And I'm just like, I'm like slamming it down. I slam it down
I only
back
have
on,
one.
on like the bar counter. And I'm just like taking my time to realize what's going around. And all of a sudden I feel like this like gaze upon me. I'm just like,
Santa Thorst.
hey. Well, how's it going, sir?
So, yeah, I
Nice
got
to
all
meet
the
you
back here, so-
too.
I
What
What?
does this adventure entail?
Going
And
after.
I nudge Mike's character. I'm like, hey, can you hear him?
Let's just say
Am
an
I-
old friend.
Am I too drunk for my own good, or can you
Like
not
your
hear
old
him
friend
either?
or my old friend? Because like I'm pretty sure
You're-
we
I
don't
th-
know
Mine.
each other.
I think you're just imagining things.
Got a bone to pick with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play right into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'm
Okay.
gonna need another.
I think we might.
Barkeep, can I get
Does he go
another
by-
drink? Cause I'm.
Sir
I
Puckerhole.
took a bite of it.
No, his name is
Binding mark
Serbius,
number
but
1.
that's my nickname
Sure.
for him too.
So,
Mine too.
so yeah, so the bartender brings back a couple drinks. One for you and one for you. Expects payment from both.
That's why you only see
I
one
toss
of
him
my
4
eyes.
gold coins.
That is way more
keep
than
the
is
other one
required,
closed
but
because
sure.
it
All right. He
betrays
thanks you
trust.
for the tip.
Binding
Oh,
one.
is that
He
his
looks
dick?
down and goes,
I
Thank
have
you.
One of my eyes is the Hexblade's eye.
the tankard is it's really should just be a silver piece. You've been significantly overpaying.
But I
That's
have
how drunk he
Okay.
is.
Yes.
I have a really bad alcohol tolerance.
We've got a tab set.
Yes. Okay. All right. So yeah.
We've still
so
got a
we'll
tab set.
Add it to the tab then.
You're good.
Got this.
You know
So-
Sir Puckerhole?
Yeah. So it brings you another. Takes the
grossly
significant.
overpay
You
you
grossly
for-
overpaid. What are you doing with just?
I am just. Thank you, sir or madame.
The
I can't
alcohol.
tell because my eyes are blurry.
Yep.
Thank you. And I just
You
gulp
s-
it down.
Gulping it down. Okay.
Yep.
Roll percentiles.
Oh God.
Okay.
That's 2d10s, right?
Yes. Yes. The D10s. There should be the 10s.
For alcohol or?
And the ones. Yeah.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah. He's had 4, and he's already had a bunch to drink earlier.
Okay. Yeah, because I know normally it's like related with Constitution.
I'm
so.
doing something slightly different in this case.
Is this gonna be like the effect of it?
Not necessarily. I have some things in mind, and it's just what'd you roll for?
31. Is that right?
That's 13.
Oh, 13, sorry.
Yep, the other way around. Because this is the 10s.
Oh, okay.
This is, yeah.
13.
13. You're okay for now.
Okay.
Good, I don't have to attempt to pick him up.
Nope, not yet. Surprisingly, you're okay.
My eyes are really blurry.
You are quite drunk, but you're not. You're still standing.
Okay.
I
Awesome.
mean, how many did you have prior to this conversation starting?
At least 2.
Okay, so you'd
No,
be
it's
6
mine.
in right now.
Yes.
All right, fair enough.
So you're
And the
trying
more
to
you
talk to our
drink, yeah.
compatriot. He doesn't talk at all. We
Am I
haven't heard a
still?
word.
I'm still on the balcony at this point. What? I'm
Come
sorry.
down.
Okay, I'll work my way downstairs.
Sure.
And add to their table.
I-
I'll
I-
sit very neatly. Have my pack well packed to the side.
So my compatriot doesn't talk.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Is it like a
We have
selective
no idea.
mutism?
We have no
Can-
idea. He kills
Can
people
I
very
cast a
well,
spell
so we,
to
move
we,
over
we
there?
bring him around.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I guess.
He does
Is
very
it within
nicely.
30 feet of me?
Sure.
But
I'm going to cast Misty
this
Step
is-
Okay.
we're calling him Wade.
to move over to said table where they are talking
Okay.
and sit down on one of the chairs.
Okay.
Burning up my 2nd level spell for the day.
Spell
You know.
slot.
Do it
Okay,
for the. Do
uh,
it for the cool.
Keep
It's
it.
for
Keep
the
in
plot.
mind.
Exactly.
Yeah, just heads up for how things, the spells are going to work with this as well. So in normal 5th edition, it's short rest, long rest. So short rest normally is an hour, long rest is 8 hours or a day. We are kind of extending that a little bit. So a short rest is 8 hours or an overnight's decent rest. A long rest is 2-3 days of recuperation. So keep
No
that in
manual
mind
labor.
for recovering spell slots.
I know
Can
enough.
I buy you
Yeah,
a
we'll
drink?
play-
You want to
yeah,
go
Sure,
on an
just
so-
adventure?
5.
So the guy at the top of the stairs has suddenly just
That looks good.
made his way down, sat at your table. And how does the spell work? Do you just basically just disappear,
Just step in,
reappear in a sense, or
Briefly
float?
surrounded by a silvery mist, you teleport up to 30 feet
Sure.
to an unoccupied space that you can see.
Sure.
So
So the hooded
from
figure from the
sit-
bar.
It's
From
just here.
sitting on the bar stool,
Just-
I am now sitting on a chair at said table.
Yep. Just
Well, I'm just
reappears
I'm not
in a
standing on the
puff of
table
smoke.
anymore. I've got a
I'm
drink and I'm
assuming-
standing
yeah.
by the table.
Yep.
Yeah, but I am sitting at said table.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
he disappears from the bar, in a puff of smoke, reappears in a puff of smoke at the table.
That's a cool trick.
If I buy you a
Thank
drink,
you.
will you come and join us?
Depends on what you're buying me. Like, I'm
Barkeep.
drunk. Like, you had to, like.
I
Holy water,
is there
please, barkeep.
Is there a table nearby that has
Cup
a
of
mug
coffee.
on it?
Hot coffee?
There was a table nearby that had a mug on it.
He took the
He
mug.
took it
The
already.
mug is already gone.
Okay.
The barkeep are usually pretty quick. The waitresses are pretty quick at removing
Empties.
empties. There was
Even if
one
it
that the
wasn't
guy had
fully empty.
just walked out the bar, and that's the one he stole. So there isn't really
Okay.
an empty to be seen at this point.
Has anyone realized that their drink's missing?
No, it's just gone.
It's-
Okay,
it
we
could've
just
been like a-
left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody that left and walked up and left. Yeah.
Okay.
Turns
I
out,
paid
turns
the
out there's a
bill.
cigarette butt in it.
Yeah,
Okay,
here.
cool. I'm drunk as fuck. I don't give a shit.
Don't know.
I'll feel it later.
It's like the last cup of coffee at the bottom of the pot. Like,
Oh, I hate the dregs.
oh,
You
it's the
said
worst.
holy water. The barkeep goes, coffee,
Okay,
Yeah.
that'll be fine.
and
Can he-
comes into the back, and a minute or two later comes out with a steaming cup of coffee.
I've never seen alcohol this steamy before.
Oh, that's
you.
a
It's hot
fresh
alcohol.
cup of calf. Can I get one too, please?
Sure. And
You guys
Tap.
not get 8 hours.
sure. Comes in the back, brings one out for you as well.
This
Some
is
of
a
us
weird
don't
taste
drink
of
And
alcohol,
I
right?
friend.
slip 2 silvers.
You
Sure.
got some bitter memories.
I know it's overpayment, but
Sure.
whatever.
Yeah, it's basically silver, and then
That's my
You know how the
Yeah.
old saying goes: you wake up and sleep, or you sleep for
what
8,
I am taking
and then there's a saying for this: trying to remember it. I don't know. I was raised. You need 8 hours of sleep. You know this. 8
Yeah.
hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Important
Early
rest.
bird gets the worm. That's what I say.
That's it.
Gonna like just serenade
Anyways,
me.
My
with
constitution
Whitney
only allows me to get
But this whole
4.
time I'm saying
I'm
it to
fine.
you until nothing's coming out. You're just like,
I'll look you up
what
and
is
down.
he doing?
trying to read your lips like.
My hood is covering up to just above my eyes,
You smell weird.
and I have an
That's what you hear.
character.
Because out of nowhere, it's just, you smell weird. As this conversation exchange is going down.
probably the wine I had last night. I have an ashy skin texture, black hair, and green eye.
Some lotion would do you good.
Honestly, yeah, like
Color.
something lavender based. Like
Color, not texture.
Lavender
Okay,
with some
texture.
coconut oil.
I can hock a loogie on your skin. Will that help?
I'll do you one even better. Coconut shrimp
I can hock a loogie on your skin. Will that help? That'll work
my
for
friend.
lotion.
with the orange.
Certain kind of lotion.
No.
No.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Bull crap. Look what the nuke did.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
Microwave.
Anywho, back
Jack,
to the
you're looking
scene.
at this.
I
Edit
thought that
out,
was
please.
nuclear wave.
Well, it gets the job done. No
Alright.
technical porn here.
Okay, we're all sitting at a table. We're all focused on trying to get a contract set up. I
I
will
prefer
default
the
to you.
best agreement.
I
I want to be
I
paid.
take my steaming cup of coffee. Who's this finely laced gentleman? And I just pop a squat near him. I'm like, you look fancy. Why are you fancy?
You should set your drink down before if you're gonna talk. Just gonna right there. Just let go of it.
All right.
This matters. Thank you. Awesome.
Gentlemen?
Yeah.
I look at you being sure that you're a gentleman.
Yes.
Gentlemen and lady, we're looking for more help to go on an adventure that we're not 100% sure what we're doing. We've got a
Piqued
score
my
to
interest
settle
already.
with a Servius, a gentleman that we've dealt with in the past. I explained Servius in the background.
Who?
Sir Puckerhole.
Pardon?
I call him
We met
in
the
no
past.
nice words, Sir Puckerhole. I explained the whole thing to you guys. Do you really want me to explain it?
I don't know who he
Yeah,
is.
she explains you the whole detail
Of how we
Insert
met him
monologue.
before.
Yeah, back at the previous place, Bushwind, the keep that they
Bushwind and
they
his
had to
locket
fight.
thingy.
They neglect to leave out a few
Point out
details.
We
A few
don't
slimy
point out like the
details.
lockets.
A few slimy details. But anyway,
I call him
I
Sir
feel that.
Puckerhole because he,
Yeah.
instead
Lamb
of
dinner?
facing the fight, he goes and
Do you see my lamb?
sucks
dinner?
himself away.
Huh.
So,
Yeah, Servius.
Okay. Well, is this? Pardon. Is this paying?
yes. You get however many people are in the party, you get whatever
Oh,
your
it's like a
is.
share
You get a
system?
share.
Okay.
My mom
Yes, I do need to pay. There's recently been a fire in town. May have burned down a little living.
Were you
situation.
singing at the time?
No, I don't sing really. That's not
Different
really.
fire.
Cap.
It was like by a prison or something. There's a big fire, and like it burned. Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm thinking you're a town over, right?
Good
See, I'm sorry. My name's Prospero.
Okay.
I'm an artist. I had an art studio in a flat, and there's a big fire at a prison. It was ridiculous, and
Were you by an arena by chance?
Yeah, actually. Like
Yeah, I know you
it
from
was like
somewhere.
the street down.
Different haircut, but you look familiar. I knew you looked
Thank
familiar.
you. I haven't got a haircut in like a week.
Scantily
So.
clad motherfucker.
I'm-
No, this is a different time. And I would just wink really like.
Obviously.
Just obviously wink.
Okay.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Question?
I need to. There's some rent left to pay for that, and the fact that I'm technically homeless right now, but I do have some money. But supplemental income would be excellent, since there's potentially an arson case from insurance and whatnot. You understand?
Yes. Yes.
All right,
I
so-
started that fire, but you know.
Wait, what?
Anyway.
We didn't
Which
start.
which one go with it?
You started what fire?
Nothing. The stupid pirates. Anyway,
makes
would
sense.
you like to come with us?
I don't see why not.
Who are you?
Yeah, who are you?
I have not noticed you. What are you?
And nice to meet you. I'm Lysandra.
Sandra, pleasure.
I prefer to be a cat, but today I'm not.
Is that like a profession
It's
or
more of a hobby lifestyle kind of a situation.
understandable?
Alright.
I like to be lazy and not do anything either, but I'm kind of short on fundage,
And
so...
you are
I'm Lorcan. Nice to meet you.
All right.
Can.
Can. So like a.
So Lord Can or Lord
American.
Can't?
American.
What's a
Trust me.
Oh, Lord
I can.
Okay.
Oh my god. Alright. And you, sir, are you sober enough to tell us your name?
My name, if you dare call it that, is Verithan Solar Poem. No, I don't like poems. That's what my mother's last name was. My father died in a terrible horse and carriage accident many moons ago. So I took my mother's last name, Solar Poem. But no.
Do you like the sun?
Yes, actually. It's actually pretty
So at
nice
least he
out.
likes half his name.
Yeah.
Checks out.
And then you've got
Alright.
in the back just
So,
If I were to
okay,
choose
so
a
we're
poem
calling him Wade
of
until he
choice.
tells us otherwise.
Wade. All right, Wade. Is that your name, Wade? He says.
He
I'm
responds
trying
to it when
take-
we say it.
Is there a
Jerry,
takeout place?
Jerry,
No, he's just
I just imagine there's like a.
He walked
there's
up
like
to the
a,
barkeep, said like he was doing the whole thing.
There's like a
while we were talking.
Rimbalian takeout restaurant, like like 2 streets over. And just got.
Yep.
Okay.
Anyway. This is Wade. I'm Anira.
Nira.
Anira, yeah.
and then the rest of the
And then
other.
Well,
I
other
point to our
joiners.
people.
Lysandra.
Lysandra.
So,
It's a long one.
Lanet.
so there's Lanet, who you just realized is there. None
Oh.
of you spotted him. Just suddenly just goes, "Yep, me, Lanet."
He does that.
You
a
didn't even
lot.
realize he was in the bar. It was just
He does that a
He's
lot.
there.
Well, he does only come up to my belt.
true. But yeah, so there's that.
I am only slightly above aware.
I'm 10, so it's okay.
Okay.
I
yeah.
just every once in a while just notice that he's there.
Then
every once in a while.
you get introduced to Goldar, who is a paladin, sitting there in his kind of
Cleric-y.
cleric-y, paladin-y outfit of. I mean, I
When
wouldn't
you
quite
go
call.
when you go to a local clothing store and you ask, "Oh, what kind of look you looking for?"
I mean, it's
Cleric-y.
cleric-y. I guess. I mean, it's not like a
Clerical.
full
What's
armor,
the
but it's armor.
passive?
Yeah, so you also get introduced to. So like I said, there's Goldar. Lanet just reappears. Sunly is there, and then HC Coachman, who for some reason just doesn't really. He kind of looks at you in
Pleasure.
this weird.
HC. What does that stand for?
Head coach, Coachman.
HC.
I'm
So
High
HC.
class coachman?
You
No.
can call me the Coachman.
Oh, that's pretty descriptive. Is that your profession?
I think his name is Head Coach. Coachman. Not that I've learned anything.
Yes, I
Keyword
am the
head.
Coachman. Do
I
you
thought
not
it was
know
high
the
class
Coachman?
coachman.
I don't
I'm
know.
very popular Coachman.
He's a
you wouldn't
very
understand.
tall and
It's
burly
fine.
guy.
It's a coachman thing. You
It's a Coachman thing. You wouldn't understand.
I will take a look at Sunly.
Yep.
Open up my other eye for her to see that it is jet black
Okay.
Oh my.
Oh yeah, you're not
and
normal.
say, "You've been tainted, haven't you?" And close my eye again.
Yeah, and
What the hell was your dog's name? Pookie? Was that it? I'll bring that crap up every time, child.
We don't talk about Alexandra. I'm sorry.
You
No.
are a very.
Sorry.
Wait,
Angry
there was a
dwarf.
dog?
Well, wait, no. That's normal for a dwarf to be angry.
I wouldn't say racially stereotyped as such, but
Yes.
a unique
The
crowd.
stupid dog.
There seems to be a bit of history behind you all. I'll be honest, I'm just terribly focused on accomplishing something. I need to move on
You want
to
to make
something.
money.
I think he understands.
Yeah. I
And
like
we can
spending
provide
money
that opportunity.
frivolously on things that won't matter
I'm
in
a
the next 12 hours.
Curse for
such
hire.
as a lot of alcohol.
Sword for hire.
I'm not in charge of your employment. I'm just gonna throw my clipboard. Got it.
I feel like you
You
and I
know,
have a similar score.
I
to
feel we
settle.
need to get a pair of suspenders for you and shorten it so that it's just attached to your belt. Or your belt loop, at least.
So
I
then,
don't-
like,
you
when
make
you
a
drop
belt
something,
that
it
has
comes
to-
back up.
That has to-
Oh, I thought you were talking in
Clipboard.
character. I was like,
Wait, is this the
are
character?
you saying I'm uptight or something? What? Because he is, but. Alright, but
Well,
anyway.
yeah, that way you don't lose your money
Right.
in a fire.
That we started.
It's still being. I will let you know I cooperated to the best extent that I could or wanted to with the authorities, and they're still looking
Wanted
into that.
to.
Well, I mean,
They are the authorities, I understand.
you understand.
What was that guy's name?
Okay, so are you guys then?
Hang on, I'm gonna ask Lanet really quick. What was that guy's that kidnapped us that one time?
Oh,
Pardon me, kidnapping?
No
Kiord.
problem, it's okay.
Yeah,
You want money,
Kiord
right?
Blackmane.
Yeah. If the authorities ask, Keyword Blackmane started that fire, by the way.
Do you like kids and do you like naps?
What? I have so many questions that I don't want the answer to, but this is fine. What's the worst that could happen?
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Nothing?
Nothing.
You could run into some demons.
I mean, they have interesting motifs about them.
That kind of hits a bell. Let's know.
Anyway. Alright.
So by this point,
I don't
you
know what
notice
you're
that it
talking
is
about.
getting quite late. The waitress walks over and just, folks, we are going to be closing down the bar area shortly. If you're staying at the inn,
Our room's ready?
rooms have been ready. You can, yeah.
The bar is
If you're
closing down
staying
for
here
it.
for the night, we ask that you finish your drinks and head to your rooms for the night because we'll be closing
the
the
bartender.
tavern area shortly.
She means get the fuck out of my bar!
I mean, pretty much. Okay, anyway. So yeah,
So is there less call for
Ah.
alcohol?
You don't need
Uh,
any more.
the bartender says, you already got your last call.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Me though. No,
Tomorrow.
cannibalism.
Tomorrow, you're fine.
Thank you. Well, in that case, I'm going to retire. It is past my bedtime.
Yep.
Let's
Reconvene in the
tomorrow. Whoa.
Yep.
Fuck. Jinx almost you
Um,
kind of owe me a
Language.
go.
Just read it?
Language.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
need to swear.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Okay.
No need to swear.
Who are you again?
Prospero,
fine.
we've been. Oh, right. I'm going to bed.
Just introduce
Thank
yourself
you.
Huh?
I'm gonna
We'll see you
slam
in-
the rest of my
in the
cup
morning.
and
Yep.
set it down up there, drop one more silver piece, and walk out the bar.
Can I turn into
Sure.
a cat yet?
Okay. I mean,
That is
Anytime
a-
you want, but
if
it only
you-
lasts for an hour.
yeah, if you want to, you can. It's any time.
Yeah.
You get an hour.
Just wait until we get on the road. And then just turn yourself into a cat and take a cat nap.
Up
Okay,
on
less
top of the
disturbed
wagon.
that way.
Yes.
Up on top of the wagon so
And
that
then
you're
when she
sunning
turns
yourself.
out of the
That's
cat,
the plan.
like you just
Crashes through the wagon because it's like covered top and
I
just
fall
poof.
completely asleep and then all of a sudden
Yep.
morph back.
All right. So you guys
I
all
can see
Okay,
it.
guys.
You guys all retreat up to your rooms or sleeping arrangements for the night, and go through the night. Wake up in the morning. You guys all reconvene back at the tavern in the morning. You get breakfast through
I'm gonna go and
stuff.
find a stable to sleep in.
Yeah. So yeah, if you had a stable or other sleeping arrangements, you've all got that covered for the night.
Whose horses were these again?
Why not? It's cheaper.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Are there
enough.
any open rooms?
Any
horses
of the
are-
rooms will just say that you guys have
And
already
if you're
taken care of
old,
that.
this
Yeah.
I was gonna try
Or-
to like use my thieves' tools and just.
I can't. I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah. I mean,
Most
You
of
got
them don't.
some-
your
flexible
sleeping
hours.
arrangements have been
Taken
taken
care
care
of.
of.
Okay.
They're taken care of.
Yeah. So we reconvene in the morning. After you guys wake up, you head back down. You meet up at the inn, the tavern portion again.
Do you have
You
a
guys,
double companion?
you guys each get
I don't
breakfast,
think so.
taken care of. You know, get your meals, and are sitting down and eating.
Yet.
Is this the one with his friend?
I was gonna say
no,
because
that's the
I'm gonna
other-
walk in with it.
That's
I want to take any
the
of
other
them.
one.
But if you don't have
So,
one, then
our morning
find
discussion.
us out in the stables.
I've
Sure.
got a question for you, Wade.
That works.
Do you
But
think your friend would
you'd
be
have to
interested in
have
anything
one
we found
first.
in the
Oh.
captain's quarters or anything? Any of the things, like the swords or anything?
And I look the words, which friend?
The hound one. The other.
The assassin lady?
Yeah, the assassin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Essex. All right. Anyway, yeah. So you guys are all gonna reconvene in the tavern in the morning, get your meals, and then pack up and get ready to head out. Galdar insists that you guys need to pick up the pace, as you've already spent a few days now in Dreadport trying to get back on the road and get going, and the road to New Haven is now, time is starting to catch up. He wants to complete his obligations
check
to Corian. He wants to complete his stuff and needs to check in and wants to get the show on the road in a sense. So he asks that you guys pack up and move out quickly.
Okay.
If you guys are ready to do so, we will go ahead and jump
Back
to
up.
that.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Question, just for the general, those obviously inclined on this mission, why in particular are we going to New Haven? Is it this Cerberus?
Paladin said so.
Paladin?
Galdar steps in and says, I have obligations in New Haven.
Oh, this is like a personal thing.
He
Stop
said it
off.
was
The reason
it's like
that
Older?
they were
Oh, they
originally
changed him in-
hired
changed him into a paladin?
was Corian asked them, hired them to be part of a mission that he had with ties to New Haven. I was brought on as his personal bodyguard in a sense. He passed away
Wasn't
under
really
my
bad
watch,
bodyguarding then, were
and
you?
so I am finishing his quest, and I have
sure because my sense
instructions from him on his passing,
a lot more.
who to talk to, what to do to complete his mission. It is
Oh,
of the
okay,
utmost
so-
importance,
alright.
not only to those involved, because I'm not 100% sure what is at stake here. I know it is important that we complete this, but it's also my personal.
So I'm like a subcontract to this then.
You have now been roped in, yes.
Terribly fun.
And if you don't want to be seen, we have a wagon. So.
I mean, that wasn't my initial
Yeah,
implication.
Okay.
Sit in the coachman's wagon.
Alright, yeah, so you guys are
No,
gonna.
I say that in character within coachman hearing. You can sit in the coachman's wagon.
And you hear
That
this
sounds
just
terribly fun.
from outside. Just,
He seems interesting. I've looked at some stuff on Coachman. Whatever. It's
yeah. So you all pack up and kind of and head out and load into the wagons. You start to head off for New Haven. The trip to New Haven is going to take a couple of weeks. So in the meantime, you do have a little bit of downtime, rest and relaxation. If you have any specific things or projects you guys are working on or want to do, you'll have that. If you guys are okay, we're going to jump ahead a couple of days.
Hang on. There's something though. I have something that I want to look at. Can I study, like,
What do you have?
I have the arrest warrant for WR
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can kind of go over
and
things
the
like that.
map.
Yep.
Meow.
That's fine. Yeah, you guys can do that. Okay. All right. So you guys are heading out of Dreadport. As you guys are heading out, Alessandra, out of the corner of your eye, you see what you think you see is you see a hooded figure that's staring at you from, alleyways in the crowd.
It's not me.
As your eyes catch and glance, instantly that they're gone. They disappear down the alley.
Like,
As you
okay.
glance back, they're gone.
this is immediately leaving.
This is immediately leaving Dreadport, yes.
I don't know this, so it doesn't matter.
Yep. So that's what you see. Okay? Do you want to do anything with that information before we skip ahead a little bit here yet?
Well, that's
Take
fucking
the
weird.
part,
Shake it
huh?
off.
Check it off. Okay. All right. So then you guys pack up and you head out of Dreadport. A couple days go by with very uneventful. You guys managed to do a little bit of talking amongst yourselves, getting to start to know each other.
We played cards.
Played cards. Did,
I'm sketching the
Talking
So much
amongst
talking amongst
yourselves.
ourselves.
Okay. Most of you were talking amongst yourselves.
We played cards and they learned not to let me deal.
Sure.
I will
Fair
be
enough.
doing small sketches of the various things and people
Are you
around
gonna
me.
Sure.
talk to
Just for something
Sunny
potential
now
in
or
the
after
future.
we get done with whatever this encounter is?
After.
Okay, so the third night, you guys pack up and you set camp on the side of the tradeway heading to New Haven.
Who is going to take watch for you guys?
I'll take first watch.
You gonna take watch?
I'll take second.
We'll just we're gonna assume
take
one watch for
watch.
the night. So
Okay,
who's
then
awake?
I will
basically?
join her for watch.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna put you guys near the
Have
fire.
you taken down your head yet?
No.
No.
Put you guys near the fire. Okay. So
And I made sure that you were the only one to
okay, is
catch
anybody
flash of tail.
anybody
I think
else
I'll show that.
awake? Or are you guys all sleeping?
I'm
You'll all
sleeping.
know about it eventually.
I'm awake,
but
chilling by the
I'm
campfire.
trying to keep it
Taking
lower
my-
key.
My,
What's your business?
Sure. So you're gonna chill out with them.
Yeah.
Okay, you
So
are gonna
we're
sleep.
just going to sleep.
Most people don't
This is
trust a
this is
tiefling.
basically overnight. Yep.
Okay,
Because
so
they are
when did we come and
descended
set up
from
camp?
a
That's what I
demon
want to know.
cursed.
Huh?
Understandable.
When did we come in and set up camp?
So this will be the third night of your journey. So you've done this a
Okay.
couple of times already. This will be the third night in, on your 2-week-long journey to New Haven.
So I'd like to go and like explore a little bit into the woods,
I wonder if
Sure,
that is
just to get the lay of the land.
Yeah,
idea.
So you will have already done that.
Yep.
Your exploration of the woods just reveals lots and lots of trees all the way around the main road going this way. You guys are headed this way,
'Kay.
down the road to New Haven.
I want to walk here.
Do you have
Okay.
a map?
Set my bear trap.
Oh, sure. Yeah, how you do that? Let me grab something here. So this is going to be prior to you, and then you're going to
Oh.
sleep.
When
I'm
we're
assuming.
setting up, when we're setting up camp, I want to set
I've never
it.
said this to you.
Sure.
but I love your gauge.
Oh, thank you.
And I would have done this every night, kind of deal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
what
fine.
do you want
So we're going
to
to set a
do?
hunting trap out there. That's fine. And then we'll put you in one of the tents.
Yell at me next week. I'll bring all 5 sets of mine. These
Is Wade
Ooh.
sleeping?
I have
Are you sleeping?
Wade's
Stone.
gonna be poisoning his
like
his
amethyst,
sword.
like
turquoise.
After that,
Like the gauge is filled in?
Yeah, where they're
what are
solid
you doing?
stone.
Going to sleep?
I wanna sleep.
Okay. I'll put you in that tent.
I'm using
I will bring the
uh,
card for
venom
you.
from
You
the,
can order them real
centipede.
cheap.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will most definitely have. Thank you. I will most
Sure.
definitely have my own tent.
Okay. All right. So here's where we're set up. So you guys, like I said, you guys are in tents. Those of you sleeping
Is
are
it
in the tents.
intense?
It's in tents.
The shit, it just gets.
Everybody
I
sleeping
cringe
is
in my
in,
sleep.
in the tents. The wagon has got the coachman and Lanet currently, and they're fast asleep. The 3 of you are awake by the campfire. You guys are on watch currently. At this point, after several hours have gone by, it's very late, middle of the night. You notice you
What?
spot a hooded figure in the woods directly across the road. You spot him out of the
Oh,
corner of
shit.
your eye. You're not 100% sure, but it looks like it might be the same figure that you saw in Dread.
Well, fuck.
Okay, so that's what you see. What do you do?
Trying to find another nickname. Wee boo.
SpongeBob references are always welcome.
It's just me, or you
It's
notice
you.
anything fishy out here?
It's
Getting
not
a
like
little
it was just
crowded out
you.
here.
The
Mention
shadows
that.
in the trees look odd tonight.
And I like look up and I'm just like,
I love the panther.
The darkness is very pretty.
yeah,
Yep.
I just noticed
See?
some branches kind of.
And I'm gonna
Rustling,
gaze
but-
around some.
Sure.
Like I'm looking at the natural shadows of the trees and everything.
As you do this, you notice a second figure under the trees behind you, and you notice a third figure in the trees behind over here.
Damn it.
Okay, so there are now 3 figures that you guys have seen. They are not doing anything as of yet. You just see them quietly lurking in the woods.
I'm gonna pretend like I don't notice them.
Okay.
I'm gonna get up, throw the core of the apple,
Sure.
and I look at Lysandra, and I'm just like,
You
like,
you hungry?
yeah. But I
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
didn't we get some boar meat? Isn't the boar meat in one of the wagons?
Yeah, I don't know. Let me ask my tent mate.
Okay.
I was gonna say I left some jerky in my tent. It's over with the dwarf.
Okay. So
One of us should stay outside though, just to Yeah.
what's happening? Where are you guys going?
I'm a little chilled though. I'm gonna stay by the fire.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna go to the wagon personally,
Okay.
and I'm gonna.
Wake the coach.
Which wagon? So there's two. This
Oh,
is
the
the
front.
coachman.
The coachman's
and
wagon.
this is
I'm
the
sorry.
yeah. So you're gonna go to coachman.
Where's my little dwarf friend?
And then I'm gonna, as
Okay.
silently as
I already
possible,
have
trying to be stealthy as possible, trying to wake up.
Yeah,
the
but I
No,
coachman
leave
but
my
she just
bags
hangs
with
with
me.
me.
and let him know that
She just hangs with me all the
there's-
time.
I leave my bag in a tent that's
from
not.
what my sight can see, one
unoccupied.
figure, because, well, I don't know if I'd be able to see that far away going towards the wagon, but
I will.
actually, let me.
I mean, I'm gonna say that there's enough moonlight and
You're
that
an
you
elf.
know that they're there.
Yeah, I have dark vision, so I can see
Yeah,
them
you
you
anyway.
got
should be
60
able to
feet.
see
I
that.
totally
Yes,
forgot,
60 feet
yeah.
dark vision.
But yeah, I can see them, so
Okay.
I'm gonna let the coachman know.
Okay.
Like, climb into the wagon.
Yeah, like I'm
Yep.
climbing
So
the
you
wagon.
climb into the wagon.
Yep.
You climb into the wagon with the coachman and Lanet.
Yep.
I'm assuming you're waking both of them up.
Yes.
So you wake both of them up. You let them know what's going on.
Yep.
You let them know that you've got 3 figures outside.
Yep.
And that you're surrounded.
Yep.
Okay. So they are now awake. Mike, you're staying by the fire.
I'm staying by the fire. I'm going to drink on a cup of water
Sure.
and cast an armor spell on myself
Okay.
while I am doing such.
Okay.
Its material component is a cup of water.
Sure.
So
Sure. Yep.
it is active for the next hour.
Okay. So Lorcan has done that. If that raises your AC, what does that raise your AC to?
No, it gives me 5 temporary hit points.
Got it. Okay. All right. That's fine. Keep track of
then
that.
While I have those hit points, if somebody hits me with melee, they take 5 points of cold damage.
Okay. What is Lysandra doing?
So I'll go see Wade because, like, right now I don't
Okay.
know if RC
He's
Farcy's
to
my
be
thing.
honest, RC Fartsy is gonna want
I
8
am-
hours of sleep.
I am very much asleep at this
Okay,
point.
so you head to
Okay.
Wade's tent. As you head over that direction, you spot another figure over here in the woods behind you as you maneuver around. So you hit to the tent, and you go inside and wake up Wade and fill him in on what you see. You see 4 of them. You filled him in that you know of 3. You don't know of the 4th one yet, but you do know of the 3. Okay. So from here, what are you guys doing?
Oh, thank you.
Those of you that are now awake, Wade, what is Wade doing?
Well, Wade's gonna get up out of his bed
Buying shopping
Okay.
and then
But
it's a
the
strange habit.
point about it,
I wouldn't
Sure.
fetish exactly this.
and draw his blaze darkness.
Sure.
Color,
Okay.
gray.
What are you doing after that?
So frustrating to find pastel colors and patches.
Judge where he gets his pants from.
He's a sharp dresser.
Yeah, you ask him.
Judge is how I.
You're
dress
awake.
my
You got your
head.
blade.
Yeah.
Ask
Yep.
him.
Hey,
Okay, I'll come back.
I'll give
Yeah.
you a hint at
Okay,
where
what are
he
you
gets
doing?
all of his pants.
So I am going to.
He buys them on sale.
I am going
Everything he
to
buys is
draw
on sale.
a longbow.
That's why I got this.
Okay.
Go to
and
thrift
just
shops. Go up
Casually
to Pine
just
Lake,
have an arrow.
the
Not
school.
not.
Oh.
Yep.
and then
but
go
just
to
make
the
sure
one
that
It's not like when
Sandy
Dan
can grab
unbuttons
by
his
Sure.
shirt. You see the
Okay.
chest hair.
Alright, so you got a
He sees
longbow.
he has an undershirt on.
Coachman will grab his accoutrements and Lanet.
Decent
Lanet's going to
relation.
sneak
He's
out
also
the side
bare-chested.
and disappear. As soon as he exits the carriage, right here.
He's
you don't
not
see
a
him
bear.
anymore. Yeah.
He's not quite a bear.
So Lanet exits the coachman's carriage, and like I said, you don't see Lanet
I was
anymore.
thinking
He
more
just
the Creamfield type.
disappears into the night.
without a trace.
Without a trace. Yep. Okay, so that leaves now you're with the coachman in the carriage.
Yep.
God, you guys are nuts. Alright, so here's where we're at. So Lanet has jumped out and disappeared into the night. The coachman and Verithin are in the current wagon. Lysandra and Wade are in the tent. Lorcan is sitting by the fire then. What are you guys doing? You still got a couple people that are still
I'm out
asleep.
cold.
What are you doing?
I'm out cold. I'm out cold because I'm a dwarf.
I'm very much asleep also.
Okay.
With my blade drawn,
Yep.
I'm gonna
Percentiles for surrounding.
I'm gonna be all sneaky snookity out of there.
Okay. Sure.
Sneaky snake. You're gonna be a
You-
sneaky snake.
I'm a sneaky little snake.
I'm gonna say that you can head out any direction of the tent if you'd
A
like.
sneaky snack.
You want to head out the back? You want to head out the front?
I'm gonna be sneaky snooky snockies.
Yep. Where are you going?
With some sake.
Should
actually
I
tastes like
give
one,
you
too.
the special thing?
I don't want to know what the special thing is.
I do.
What's the
The
special
invisible
thing?
touch.
Invisibility. I feel like I should save it.
You may or may not know this, but his blade,
Already pretty much makes me that
pretty much,
way.
yeah.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, which
You,
guys
you
discussed.
has
That
you
was
has
established
it,
long ago in the
How far
lore.
can I move right now?
So your movement is,
Or is that only
There's
when we're
3
in
books
combat?
about it.
we're in a pseudo combat, so
I'll write a pre-novel.
30 movement is a 5 foot squares.
To be effectively like a 4chan be me.
10, 15,
Be me. Have a blade of darkness.
Okay.
Doesn't
Right,
realize that I have a
be
blade
Be
of
me,
darkness.
coach guy to new party. Just showed up.
Still in the tent yet?
Still in the
I
tent.
get like a
One
little.
guy's mute.
I need to get one of those
Other
little
dwarf
like
is loot
hooks
crazy.
for fucking craps.
See very
So
drunk
just
elf
hook
approach
and move
you.
shit across the table.
I'm trying to remember the whole animal thing.
Yeah, so
I'd
you
shake.
wild shape.
I'd shake the.
Yeah, you can turn into an animal of your choosing.
CR 1 or less.
It's based on your level. I think we wrote it down on your
Cat.
sheet.
Transform into a cat.
not a normal cat.
So a
And how
cat
many
is a
per
CR
Wild
0.
shape.
What is my
Wolf would work.
You could turn into a deer. You could turn into a hyena or a jackal.
A wolf would
CR
work.
one.
It's-
A wolf is.
CR 1.
mountain lion?
You can turn into a wolf if you'd like.
Hello.
Alright.
This is fine.
Alright.
Hang on, hang on.
Can he turn into
You
a
good?
cow?
Yeah.
That way you can say, bitch,
Okay.
I'm a cow.
No, totally good.
Convey it with my eyes.
She can, but I wouldn't suggest that
In a
currently.
tent.
Oh.
I need a graph.
Okay, so
this graph.
as
Look at this graph.
as a wolf, your AC would be 13. Your speed increases to 40.
Could you take a picture
Um,
in like Senator? Or...
I wanna, yeah.
Yeah, and you have a bite attack.
No.
So back at my old
It's
workplace,
back at
but you
no.
know where that was, right?
Dominoes?
Yeah.
Actually,
But I was a
anyways,
wolf the entire
so
time.
she could do
someone
a
sent
panther
me a
if she
message on the
wanted
thing
to.
saying, draw a
You
giraffe.
gonna be a panther
on the
or a
box.
wolf?
I wanted to be a
I
panther
opened
because
up the
like
box,
sleek.
drew
I wanna
big
be a
lines.
panther.
We'll call it forever.
Blotch,
Panther
blotch,
is a
sorry,
CR
the box
1/4.
was too small.
Yeah, that's fine. Adriana, I just
Oh,
sent you.
no.
I just sent you the panther.
The
So that is
Manther.
your
When
stats
does
as a
she
panther.
get that CR
Just
rating?
grows the claws and the
CR what?
whiskers and nothing else.
1.
There they hunted
Oh,
the
so
deer,
levels,
the
unless
wild
she
cat,
took
and the
the,
man.
unless she takes the thing. The
A
wild
part
shit,
of
she
the
didn't.
thing,
Yeah.
she said,
Turn.
Okay, you are currently a panther now in the tent. Are you staying in the tent or are you exiting the tent?
Can I see outside of the tent a little bit? Like flappy flap.
You can see through the flaps, and you can see the fire, and you can see Lorcan in front of the fire pit.
Okay, I'm gonna stay
Okay,
for a little bit.
all right. What are you doing?
Oh. Or is it not my turn?
You go for it.
Okay.
What
No
are
one
you
else
doing?
is awake.
Okay, so
Yeah, no one
what
else
I'm
is
gonna
really
do
awake.
is I'm gonna knock an arrow.
'Kay.
And I'm gonna sneak out the back of this wagon here.
Okay,
This
you
is my
can come
character.
out the door here.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go out the door here, and I'm just gonna.
Is that like your way to stealth?
Don't worry about him.
Yeah, I was about to
Or
say
go find each other
stealthily.
and
I don't know
tell
if like
Sure.
this guy can see
Zombies
me
just like-
from the side.
What?
Go ahead and roll a stealth check.
This
I never heard a
Be-
morsel talk like that before.
That's scary.
Okay, so there's going to be, in a sense, there's
Wait,
two
hold up.
separate guys that
That's her bite.
you need to be stealth.
Yeah, you'd be rolling against perception. So.
Is perception or stealth?
You're rolling stealth,
It's
and
a
they would be
fine
rolling
perception, so
perception.
Yeah,
she's
so
sitting
the
where I
first
am,
one, just
and she
I
could
have a
bite
DC
Dan.
in mind for the first one. The second
Got it.
one is you're rolling against
With
perception.
that.
Stinky.
Yeah.
15.
So,
It's not stinky.
Adrian,
24.
as a dire wolf, you have a 5-foot reach. So if you were
So,
here,
yeah,
No, that'd be
you-
10 foot. 5 foot is.
it's with the reach though.
If you have a reach of 10 feet, then it would be
Yep.
2 spaces.
See, this
Um,
isn't very realistic for me. I need to have like
Okay.
a platform of how.
Okay,
far
so it
I'll
is
be.
just a.
It's something that grows with comfort with understanding the system. Each
Well,
square
what about
is
Okay,
normally
so you
5
move
feet,
there.
or like a yard.
So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna
Yeah,
use an
1,000 years of
invisible
pain.
mage hand, and my goal is to pull on his left ear
Might like that.
Okay.
to try to make him to turn from here over here.
Okay, alright, so you cast your cantrip for Mage Hand. It's invisible, so it floats around. You get it onto this side of him, and it reaches up and tugs on his ear. But yeah, so you tug on his ear a little bit, and
Rips ear off on air.
he instantly turns this way. When he does that, you notice an arrow shunk into his shoulder.
Yeet.
Cool. Planet.
Who's rolling initiative?
Yes. So we're gonna go ahead and everybody gonna roll initiative. Those of you who are asleep,
You gotta be gentle. Care for your body.
we're just gonna tack you to the end.
I'm slow as molasses.
Hey, that's an insult to molasses.
Ooh.
I'm slow as molasses in
What did you roll?
January.
19.
Because down in Argentina
Sure.
wouldn't be that bad. January in Argentina isn't all that bad. It's quite hot.
Molasses is a matter of perspective, of geological perspective, or geographic.
Let's talk to the
It's
Canadians.
13.
Yeah, they're here.
Oh wait,
so
am I supposed to
yeah,
roll seeing as I'm
Nope.
out
Are you
cold?
awake? Okay.
Oh, I'm out cold.
If you're awake,
No, we're currently
that's
out
when
of
you
here.
get it.
So I
if
feel
you wanna
like-
roll for your
But
initiative.
here's my thing. I
roll
feel
your
like
D20.
Sunny would still be
My
awake because I'm
D20?
snoring.
D20
You're
plus
rolling
your
for initiative.
initiative.
That's first.
So top center of your page.
Would Sun leave you asleep
3.
Okay.
even with snoring?
She's probably used to
Yeah.
it at this point.
Okay.
Notice how I'm 2 tenths down from you.
17. Plus 3 is 20.
The kitty gets a 20.
You can't. Can they have her too? I want
Yes.
to all the time.
Yes, they can.
Yes, wonderful.
Oh no.
I know this
no.
because my cousin raised a
Meow,
bobcat.
bitch.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Dan,
It
roll your
was
initiative.
amazing.
I already did.
What'd you get?
19.
He probably
19?
vibrates the couch.
Yes.
Well,
Oh my god. Yeah, what's up?
there's a panther. And it's like it's like it's like goddamn. What's that? Shadow War. It's a Cazador. It's fucking gonna attack somebody. I'm having Shadow War flashbacks.
Oh my gosh. You are going nuts.
Okay. All right. So
No,
yeah.
my favorite
so
thing was
as
taking over
your
the giant.
hand
Gorod.
tugs
The
on
garage.
the ear, he turns, an arrow
And then
shunks
jumping
out
off
of the
of
woods.
and running
You
away.
spot
as
Lanet.
they just go
An arrow
ballistic.
shunks him in the shoulder, and he takes some damage. And shouts loudly enough that it alerts the other members.
Do I hear said shout?
Yes.
Am I up?
So
Can I
everyone,
react?
everyone hears, in a sense, the pain, the cry of pain that this guy took from an arrow, just unexpectedly, just ah. So you all hear this. Those of you that are sleeping will wake up, but you guys are last in the initiative, so you'll be at the end of the
Okay.
round.
When I hear the cry of pain,
Yep.
I'm going to yell out, "To arms!
Okay. All right.
Get
So-
Yes, I
your
have
lazy
2
butt
arms.
out of bed!"
Okay.
Wakey, wakey, there's no bakey.
Yep.
Yeah.
My hands are on my
They
sneaky.
stole the banky. They stole the banky.
Okay.
Awaken,
So
awaken!
you're
He stole my
Fuckers.
bacon!
Motherfuckers.
Where's Machine Shang when we need him?
Okay. So at this point we're going to combat.
Gotta reach
So.
out, chill touch. somebody.
Lysandra, you are up first. So you are in your panther. You're in your panther form. What are you doing?
Did you get the stats for said form?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So you do have more movement and things. What are you doing?
I am going to go ahead and just.
Rar.
Do panthers roar? I
Rawr.
want to know.
Yep.
Kind
Just
of.
a nice little growl there.
You know the mountain cat roar?
Yeah.
Where it's
So your
more
movement-
higher pitched?
Like,
You know,
A panther
I don't
is
know. I think I might
similar to
stay,
that.
stay still for a little bit of a surprise
Probably.
effect when they get closer.
I don't
No,
know.
no, no.
So you're
Take
gonna-
your claw, rip a
I've
hole in the tent,
done
and
a
look at
bit
it.
of research
Sure. So
on.
you're gonna
large
ready your
cats.
action.
Mhm.
What is your
I planned on getting a license to own
conditions
one
for
at
What about-
reaction?
Cats.
So what are you waiting for when they get close enough for you to spring out of the tent?
Sheffield
And
was a
launch,
fool
yeah.
for passing out that.
And when you spring out of the tent, you're attacking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Claws out.
Okay. All right. Next, we're going to Verithan. What are you doing?
So since he got shunked in the shoulder, I assume since he's turned like that, he's still like that even after being shunked in the
Yep.
shoulder.
He's been hit in the shoulder. He's still facing your
Okay.
invisible mage hand.
No,
So
I'm awake.
You guys
So
are
I'm
awake.
gonna aim my longbow directly at his back and take a shot.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Do you have the colored discs?
10 plus
The
Oh,
what's
Yeah.
it?
It won't fit the.
longbow.
It won't fit in there. I
Dex
gotta
plus
widen them.
proficiency.
Otherwise, I guess I
So-
have it.
16.
Yep. So 16 total.
You said 16?
Yeah, total.
16
You
will
could put
hit.
my character on top of it.
Roll your damage.
Oh, yeah, thanks. They are.
11
How about
total.
that?
Sure.
Yep. So you hit him for, you said 11?
Yes.
Okay, so you hit
I was
him
gonna
for
say,
11.
hand
and he
Adriana some chewing
collapses.
gum.
He's dead.
You
All
gotta
right,
get it from
cool.
Dan, though.
All right.
All our chewing gum has,
Do you
like,
have
2 hand
movement if you'd like?
strappers.
And then where are the? So Lanet's there, and then the other
You know
three
this
are
one
there.
and that one. You don't know about that one. Or that one. You don't
You
know
don't
about
know
that
about
one. You don't know
4.
about this one and this one.
We should
Okay.
do that face
Yep.
swap thing.
And then
So you have 30 points of
We
movement.
swap faces.
If you need to move somewhere else, we
Yeah.
can...
Did that one die?
yes.
Yep, he
Sweet.
hit it for 11 points of
Meanwhile-
damage and it died.
Me and my friend did that, and it looked so weird.
I'm down.
My favorite one is the cat and the dog face swap. Better.
Okay.
No.
Wade is up. Wade, what are you doing?
I want to reach the cord.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Ranged spell
Okay.
attack.
Kill him.
Well, he's about to get a Blade of Darkness with,
Okay,
with,
plus
with
6.
Venom on it.
Been venomized.
I shoot magic missile at the darkness.
Does a 16 hit?
Which one's that? 3?
Yeah.
Yes, 16 will hit.
Right, well. And he has to do a saving throw.
He failed his throw.
He fucking died. I don't need to roll damage.
So you
It's not Kate.
impale him on the sword, and so the sword goes right through him, and he just
That's probably the case.
and
Oh,
he collapses.
check this
So
I
that
thought
guy
was,
is dead.
Check this out.
Yeah, that works.
Show it.
With that
You showed me
happening,
your
I made sure to
gym
slip it
badge
in
collection.
between the.
that's 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here you go.
When he collapses, the guy over here
You're playing
spots
this
you
show.
and sees him collapse.
Congratulations, I know you got
He
seven
spots
to do that
you
up.
individually and goes, "Found it!" That's what you hear him scream. With that in mind, this guy over here instantly turns your direction.
Number 1.
This guy's gonna move to here.
Move, bonus action, and attack.
You have an action, bonus action,
Sorry if I
and
just fucked
movement.
things up for you.
Those are 3 separate things. Doesn't have to be in any
I'm
order.
waking you up. Getting you out of your tent.
Can you move him here for
Don't
me?
worry. If this character dies,
Cool.
I have plans for another character.
Okay.
Come off.
So the coachman just out of his thing and steps out.
my
Pretty
lawn.
much steps out and just shoots crossbow that direction.
Which one?
At 1 and misses
Cat.
wildly.
He's like,
And you see him just, damn it!
Cranking that shit.
And he starts reloading. Yep. So we skip him. Lanet's gonna move. Lanet will take a dash action. Yeah, I'll take a dash action.
Can we like change them?
So now we are up to Lorcan.
Dan, which looks slightly to your right. My name's
Lorcan?
Frank.
Lorcan, what is Lorcan doing?
Moving?
Many things. Not yet.
Is this a
Cast the
test?
water one.
Mm-hmm.
Just see.
Being that I had heard him yell,
Make that beat that slaps.
Yeah, you all heard.
Found
Shoot it.
something softened.
Diagonals are
Clap.
And
10.
that's
every I think it's every 2 diagonals. I think this is why I wanted to go to a freaking, which I think the program eventually will do it. Diagonals, I think it's every second diagonal is an additional 5 feet.
that's fine.
Yep. So it's like 5,
15,
15.
30.
Yep.
So I can move 4.
So your speed is 30.
Okay. That's
right?
fine. Yep.
So you get 30. And
1,
then-
2, 3, 4.
Yep.
That's 30 feet.
Yep.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to use Misty Step to teleport myself another 30 feet.
Sure.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yep.
And attempt to shank him in the spine with my rapier.
Sure.
Can you make an attack out
I
of
heard
Misty
it.
Step or?
That's what.
That's
Misty
his,
Step's a bonus action.
his bonus
Except,
action.
except the one.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Chico!
The one at my house has a
Unfortunately,
weird-
summoning a blade
It's
is
little
a
handcap.
standard action, so
Almost
I
as a
can't
weird
just
old man
halberd
trees.
Very possible.
Otherwise, I would have.
Hold on. Let us get the super nice. Man, oh man, wouldn't it be nice if you had a dice tray to roll into? Good
I
thing
was
we
looking at
have-
my paper to see what I had for
so
bonuses.
This is what I wish we can get sponsored.
You didn't let him finish his spiel.
Yeah, no, I miss him terribly.
What'd you roll? Or what's your total? Probably, but what's your total?
8
8? Yeah, no.
or 7. It's not my summoned weapon.
Even better.
Even better. Yeah, no.
But he would be kind of shocked that somebody just
Teleported
appeared right next to him.
Boof. Hello. Kawaii senpai.
Somebody wants to get okay.
Nothing first.
Well,
That was. Is that your?
That's my
that's
full
your-
everything.
Okay. All right.
Kinda
So now we're gonna move to this guy here.
Sorry.
You can say penis on the other side.
Okay.
Yeah,
So here's what's gonna happen.
We're not
So
on
he
Twitch, it's
moves
fine.
here.
Twitch TOS.
At this point, your held action
TTV.
can go off. So you're going to through the tent.
Yep.
Okay.
I can't have any of my
Yes!
Steam account associated with this all.
Pounce,
so-
pounce, pounce, pounce.
I think she does get a pounce.
It's whatever
I need the
the
box. Give me the
panther.
box.
Yeah.
Some
So
Z-box.
roll. What is
Smash.
that?
Oh,
Smash
no,
it.
she
She makes me
can't
nervous.
pounce.
I can't perform under
But
pressure.
she's bursting through
Yes,
and attacking.
the pouncing
Normally
is
doesn't
if she
happen.
moves 20 feet in a straight line.
Got it. Yep.
Yeah, man, it's
What'd you roll?
kind of a.
What?
Plus any. I mean,
Oh, what did I get plus on?
+4 to hit.
8.
8 won't hit.
She just
Even with
busts through.
surprise?
Meow. Oh.
You will startle him, and I will
panther.
say that you can push him back a 5-foot square, and then push yourself in a 5-foot square.
Moving away from
But
the
you've interrupted his turn. With the surprise. That's what I'm gonna give you. But you missed. You startled him enough, and he basically
I'm
it's
trying to
it's
be a
him
badass shapeshifter
going,
over here.
"Oh,
and you're totally
shit."
killing my vibe.
Yeah, it's oh shit, and he steps back
Question.
out of the way from your slashing claws. So we turn to
Tiny beast.
I was
House
gonna do
size.
it. That's what I
Yeah.
like. I
we
Yeah.
turn
I
to
am an unaligned
this
panther.
bandit guy.
Yeah.
This guy, first thing he's gonna do, he's gonna turn around and attempt to slash at Lorcan.
Don't worry,
with
a
his
rather
scimitar.
famous
Oh, please, please,
D&D Twitch streamer has
please.
already figured out that a kitten has about a fourth of a hit point.
Show him the card.
Misses you. You manage to
Schmedical
lean black,
roll.
lean back out of the blade as it swings right in front of your face.
My skin is ashy, not black.
Lotion.
I need lotion.
Lean back out of the way of the blade.
Lean
That's what I'm trying to
ash.
say. He then takes.
world
So that's
soon
his
Uh,
hand as he just basically reaches over his shoulder to try to attack you. With his other hand, he pulls a dagger off of like a bandolier type.
I have one of those. It would be a bandolier. If
Bandolier.
You have, like a series.
Yep.
Of
So
them.
he grabs
so
the dagger
mine
off of his
mostly is.
bandolier and
Okay.
whips it across at Wade.
Whip it. Whip
Whip
it.
it.
That also. So he throws a dagger. It's extremely telegraphed. You manage to easily step out of the way of the hurling blade. After he throws that,
No.
he then recoils from that and takes another swipe at you with his scimitar. And that
Offhand.
one will connect with your shoulder. Yeah.
On me?
Yes. He takes
Okay.
so the
That's
first one
fine.
was like an offhand, he missed.
Excuse
He
me.
takes out the dagger, he throws a dagger, then he like fully kind of
Yep.
turns and comes back across, and that catches you in the shoulder.
Okay.
So that one
Deals.
so you take 3 points of damage.
Okay. And he
Um,
takes 5 cold.
Sure.
You're as cold as I
And now,
There he goes.
does that slow his movement then or no?
No.
You said how much?
5 cold damage.
Ice
5.
baby.
Sure.
I'm always nervous when that sound comes
Thank
up because I
you,
don't know whether it's
Vanilla
going to be
Ice.
queen or it's gonna
Yeah, right?
What's that? Yeah.
And then
Vanilla Ice.
yeah,
Raining down
that'll be him.
Vanilla ice.
Okay. Then we move.
He's
Um,
David Bowie and
terrible.
Prospero?
Freddie Mercury are my soul.
What you doing?
All right.
Sitting your sleepyhead?
I get up, which would be half my movement.
Did it?
Yep.
Grab my bandolier of knives and pull 2 out.
Okay.
And I'll 1, 2, 3, which would be 15 feet.
Just sit right by the
Startled
fire.
like a kitty cat.
Do I immediately identify who's fighting and who exactly would be someone I probably want to
Bust
stab?
out of the tent.
It's less of a bust down. It's more of a
The fuck's going on?
Okay, so you step out of the tent gingerly.
stretch the back,
Stretch
kinda
the back.
have the knives in hand.
And you see a panther over the top, or in front of
He gets naturally
a bandit that you
confused.
I like
don't
over the top
recognize.
Depends how I'm
Over
feeling that
here.
day. If I feel
That's
like
what you initially see.
Do I see anything else around me? Or?
No,
Well, your
you
knees
step
can
out of
be
the
opened.
tent and you see a panther and a guy you don't recognize.
Can I have the dice tray, please? We'll leave this up to fate to decide if I knife a panther or not.
Please don't!
All right, we'll call it above a 10, so we'll target the bandit.
Okay.
I'm going to,
So you're gonna throw a knife.
yeah, with my action, I'm going to whip a knife, and then also bonus action, go whip a knife.
Sure. So do the first one.
First one is going to be a 17 plus 6.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay, so that's a 1d4 plus 4. If I could get like the triangular. Dankeschön. Mine's roll there.
Oh, shit.
That's gonna be 7 points of damage as I whip the first knife.
Sure.
Whip.
Connects with his.
Nay.
You manage to hit him up in the shoulder.
Oh, I got her dice though.
Sure. Second one.
Second one. 17.
Alright. So 17, 17 will hit.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's
the way over there.
damage. Roll your damage.
That is going to be 8.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
So entertaining.
And as a free action or an item interaction, you're able to draw or store a weapon with my feat of dual wielding. I'm able to draw 2 more daggers from my
Okay.
bandolier. That I,
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So your second dagger hits him in the thigh, and
It's like, all right,
he
It
kind
touches
of
the femur bone.
Aim.
he kind of collapses to a knee.
aim, back, throw.
Yep.
Aim,
So
back, throw.
he kind of collapses to a knee in pain. He's still up, and he sees you that just threw some daggers at him, looks very upset, and turns, and with his right hand you see him reach over like this and click a button, and a dart shoots out from his wrist.
Oh, it's a reaction.
Nice.
Okay.
Sails widely over your head.
Okay.
That was a poison dart, y'all. Probably is, speaking at least.
I mean, if you're gonna have a wrist-mounted dart as a reaction,
go.
you might as well poison it.
Right.
It just seems classy. And I'm reflecting on this as I'm throwing the knives, like, oh well, you
Yep.
shot something at me. Okay.
Next would be Anira. So,
Empty one.
what is Anira doing?
People appreciate the stupidity.
I walk
appreciate
out
you.
to the fire, holding my battle axe.
What the fuck's going on out here?
Oh.
Here, or you want to go one over?
So
I'd
cute.
be there.
Here.
Because I've only got 25 steps.
Okay. Doing anything else?
Observing the scene.
Okay.
As watching me whip knives into someone and be like, huh.
Okay.
Sure.
I'm assuming the cat's ours, so.
Nice of you to join us,
Well,
Captain.
Okay. Galdar will also step
Was
out.
that your action of throwing the knife at the captain?
No,
or
I was
just...
whipping the
Oh.
knives.
I see you're up. Nice of you to join us.
aesthetically.
Sidearm a knife, like.
Okay. Sunny will poke her head out of the tent and just stay there. Galdar
Sunny.
gets up and moves.
Dang kids, get
Um,
off my lawn.
Lysandra. What is Lysandra doing?
I don't know. He just has his arm
Okay,
out
so
right
you
now in my
can
head.
On the
you can claw or bite
video screen.
with your panther because you're still in panther form. Unless you want to.
Bite.
So
Bite.
there's a square of my face?
Sure. Go ahead and do your
Bar
bite attack.
Okay.
Welcome back to MySpace, baby.
So
So
you roll for your
Right above
normal
Frank's
attack.
I still have my
Ooh, Daddy,
MySpace.
what's this?
I still have my MySpace login information.
I'm sorry.
Notices bulge. Ooh, what's this?
8.
It's been 12 or 13
8 will not
years,
hit.
but
I'm
You
not
got
used to
8
it.
plus
I don't
4.
like to admit,
Huh?
I
Yeah.
do have
How'd you get
experience
8 with
on
4?
RPG 4.
7.
Yeah, same actually.
It'd be 10.
Specifically a Resident
10.
Evil.
Okay, so 10 will not hit.
Okay.
I used to
Chomp,
pour
chomp.
myself
Do you
on
want to
Warcraft
do anything else?
for
No, now I
goals,
feel useless.
because
You can move,
that
yeah.
was before it was before Battle.net, so people only knew my
Oh, yeah, I can move
my
out of the
in-game
way.
character name and not my.
You can move or
Okay.
back up to for a future turn. You could then take a pounce action if you
I'm
want
not
to set
proud of
yourself
that,
I
up.
did like
Set myself
Cardi B,
up.
we
Yeah,
all the
because you can
dudes.
move away
Yeah,
and
exactly.
set yourself
It
up
helped me get my
for a
60%
future turn where you can take a pounce
60% speed
and you
bounce.
can
so-
rush him and jump him.
not knowing if he will
I'd
move,
be
It only-
60% speed
I
with
would
my mouth
move to like
to get my
In
here
60%
between
speed
Dan
with
or
my
here,
mouth.
because then you could pounce that guy.
Okay.
Oh,
Which
man.
he's probably not going to move because he is
Dude, that's a
engaged
weird
with me.
place.
Okay.
Dude, the internet's
So-
fucking-
There.
I remember
It's
I was
wild,
on, I was
bro.
on a
Okay.
an RP
Because he's
forum
pretty
for,
much got that guy.
You remember Percy Jackson?
Oh god, yeah.
I was on one of those.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
It went bad.
Alright.
It went real bad.
Attack of opportunity at all?
He's currently freaked out because a panther just jumped him from a tent.
And he's
took
fucked
2
up.
daggers to the shoulder and attempted to
And one to the thigh.
and one to the thigh, and he used his bonus action, which that's basically where the attack of opportunity comes in, is like reaction type deal. He used that already to
Try and yeet.
at
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
So then we switch to Verithin.
Okay. So I'm gonna. Sorry to keep my asking so many questions, but I can.
I played a lot.
So movement, dash, and then attack.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna.
Nice group.
What do you got?
I got a longbow with a.
No, what do you get for...
Oh, 30.
Security thing.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I like
Bonus
that
action
stuff.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then I'm gonna shoot an arrow at him.
Sure. Go for it.
Do you normally get an attack with
Yes.
bonus action?
Here.
Or is that the fighter thing? Just
Certain other things.
curious on that because I have a rapier
Okay.
or a dual rapiers, so
Oh my gosh, you are a
So
bold
it's
fighter.
technically like a
Okay.
21.
That is
I
Yep.
can
That
drop
will
a
hit.
rapier for
Okay,
my shield.
Go ahead, roll your damage.
I have 2 weapon fighting,
And then
but
6
I have the
plus.
proficiency to do such with my hex or my
Oh yeah, yeah.
packet
So
sword.
6 plus 4, so 10. Yeah.
That's one thing with I took
he
dual
takes 10
wielding as
points
a
of
feat.
damage.
If I have
Mhm.
2 weapons in each hand, I get plus 1
and
by
he
AC. up to
collapses.
Yeah, I have
Daddy,
plus
I don't
3
have many
dex.
decks.
He's
I
dead.
have
Like, I don't
studded
know
leather
where
armor.
that shit.
Okay. Wade.
That
What's
was a
Wade
nice
doing?
one. I heard
Now,
that.
is he facing me or facing away?
He's currently facing
Oh.
away.
He's currently
You're
facing
so fancy. Like, just
Lorcan.
pop those bones. Arthritis.
5, 10, 15, 20.
Ah!
And then I'm gonna shove my blade right into his back.
Direct.
Always
Okay.
the good old.
Oh.
Well, that's gonna
Why?
change my attacks.
Why?
Because you're gonna kill him.
Stuff.
With a 20, yeah. Not natural.
Not natural.
No. I was hoping for one.
That'd be pretty fucking tight.
That
You know
will
what I
hit.
wanna do?
6 points damage.
6 points total.
Yep.
Sure. So the coachman is up next. So the coachman will continue to
Adriana.
bitch. Cocks his bow, loads it, and then turns and goes,
Mine
"Oh,
isn't.
you already got him already. All right."
I made you a picture.
Yeah, so he's gonna
The
be
bottom
good.
one.
And then Lanet will take his move, and he's going to dash.
Borrow me a pencil.
There. And okay, Lanet shoots an arrow and hits.
Fuck face.
Yep, hits the guy. He basically dashes up, shoots an arrow, hits the guy for 3 points of damage. Not a lot. All right, so then we move to Lorcan.
The thing in front of me still alive?
He is still alive.
I'm going to try and shank him.
Yep. Okay, roll your attack.
16.
16 will hit.
shank a hoe for 10 damage.
Okay.
Is he dead yet?
God.
Okay. In that case,
I'm gonna do this.
I really didn't
That's
want to
as
do
accurate
this,
as I can
but
What else you doing? So that was your regular
Smite a
action.
bitch.
Yep.
Spell.
I'm actually going to cast Hex
That's
on
pretty-
him.
And that is a bonus action.
It is a bonus action as well.
Yep.
And it is plus 6, 7, 8 to hit him with that. No, plus 6 total to hit him with that. So, 21?
Yeah.
It lasts on him for an hour, and whenever I hit him,
Yep.
I deal an extra d6 necrotic damage to him.
Okay. Is it a verbal spell? I'm assuming so.
As I reach towards him, I'm going to yell out, "You be damned now, boy!"
Boy.
Okay.
And open up my other eye.
Sure.
Um,
Okay. So he takes an additional damage if you hit
if
him.
well, it says until the spell ends, you deal an additional extra d6 necrotic damage. I don't know
Sure.
if that applies to the party or if it's just me.
It's,
You.
it
It's
says
Okay,
you,
so it's
you.
just me.
Yep.
Also, he has disadvantage on ability checks with. Does he look strong or nimble?
He's strong.
Strength.
Well, both. I mean, he looks both.
What weapons are you using? Dagger and
Dagger and scimitars.
scimitars. Scimitars are finesse weapons, so
Technically, both are can be finesse
yeah.
weapons.
I knew daggers were, but screw it. Let's go with dex. Let's give him disadvantage on that.
Okay.
If
Against
he
strength,
di-
or you said dexterity?
On dex.
Okay.
If he drops to 0 hit points before this spell ends, I can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn to place the curse on a new creature within 90 feet of me.
Okay, there isn't. But,
The other guy died?
yeah.
Oh,
For
okay.
future reference.
Well,
For future reference.
no, there are
There are
plenty.
plenty of other
I
creatures.
could put it on the board.
I mean, fair enough.
I just won't attack him.
Sure.
Are
okay.
you sure about that?
So that.
I will place it on the board if this guy dies and say
I'm a-
charisma.
I'm gonna cry.
Okay, so that is you.
There you go.
So now we move
Anyone can look
to.
at it if they want.
But
We
yeah,
move to
when,
him.
when I say you be damned, I'm going to
Yeah.
open my eye and make sure that one is
And
aimed
make the
right
connection.
at him.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So then we move
As
to
that
him.
one is jet black.
Yep. So we're gonna move to him and
I love binding mark.
when you do that, he laughs at you.
Okay.
Yep. He just. And then he swings at you.
Good.
He's not one for exposition.
And he's gonna hit you.
Okay.
He's going to
joink. Damn.
take 5 points of damage.
5.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'm assuming he takes 5 as well then.
He
with
takes
the
5,
cold? Yep.
and that effect is now gone.
Okay.
Damn,
Yep.
that guy's a tanky bitch.
Second attack.
They're
He
tanky buggers.
then so he slashes at you. He comes back and then he slashes at Wade. Yep. And he's gonna hit you as well.
What do you roll?
Huh?
What do you roll?
23.
Not high enough.
I mean, sure. No, he hits you. Sorry. I mean,
Bruh.
understandable, but he should hit you with.
I don't want it to be high
I
enough.
don't want it to be high enough.
Bonus action, I can pull a shield.
You
Right?
take 6 points of damage.
I can
What is
pull
that?
my shield off my back.
A free interaction to draw or stow one weapon.
Good.
Once
Good.
a
So
turn,
I can still do other things.
Yeah.
Okay. Final action. When he slashes you, he basically. I'm just gonna assume that he comes across and you're gonna. I'm gonna assume in a sense basically like block with your sword.
Yeah.
So you're still taking the damage, but in a sense you're engaged with him. In that sense, he goes, "Hand it over," looking directly into your eyes.
Hand it over.
And okay, Do you do anything with that?
Darkness.
Oh god, yes.
Spit in his face?
called Alfred. Alfred.
Can you do it?
Yeah.
Lucius.
So be it. Then is his response. Just so be it. And he, with his other hand, he is also going to make a quick slash at you with his dagger. He criticals.
Critical fail or critical
3
hit?
Critical
attacks
hit.
in a round.
God damn it.
Who does?
This
That
guy.
guy.
3 attacks in a round.
Must be pretty up there.
He's
Must be a fighter of some kind. Or just whatever the DM decides.
I'm
to
a
word it.
paladin.
I'm a Jamaican. What?
you take 2 points of
My
damage.
PHP.
Really?
Players.
A critical. I rolled 2 d4s. They were both 1s.
Normally with crits, unless he's like a barbarian, you roll the dice and double it. So.
I'm reading the stats off of this.
Oh, even better. I like it.
Yep.
This guy's gonna straight up murder our asses.
You take 2 points of damage. So it's like, yeah.
Ow.
And then he like, spit in my mouth next time, bitch.
Okay. That is him. We're to Prospero.
All right. Do I finally, after whipping my daggers and seeing a bunch of people die?
You hear a kerfuffle behind you with
All right.
Can I see
the whole
Eh.
screaming and handed over and laughing.
I can't
and,
remember what I was
yeah.
looking up. By the way,
So
Will?
diagonals are, every 2 diagonals is an additional 5.
Got it. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
So that would be 15.
that would be 15.
Every 2 diagonals is 15 instead of 10.
15, 30.
Yep.
So am I able to pick this guy out?
That is
That's
Wade.
Wade.
Am I able to pick this guy out?
Yes.
And I recognize Wade
see a guy
and
that
our
you don't
tiefling friend whose
recognize.
name I don't remember.
Yes.
All right.
Morcan. Wait, you're not quite sure as a tiefling?
Aim, reach, throw. Aim, reach, throw.
Sure. Go for it.
Where do I find this stuff?
For what?
12 plus 6, 18.
That will hit.
Okay. So that's the first
That
one.
would be
Hit
character
that
type?
triangle
Or
there.
in your character?
We just-
So you're a fighter, right?
So 1d4 plus 4 is total
Right here.
6 damage on the first
Okay.
dagger.
Ah!
Second dagger is going to be a 20 to hit.
What'd you do?
Stab yourself.
No!
Sat
That's
wrong.
creepy.
I sat on them.
That's a wild boar screaming.
What did you the
That's
dice?
very creepy.
The jewels!
Oh.
The jewels, not the dice!
Oh. Oh, even worse.
Bruh.
Ha. Ha.
Alright. I feel you on
All right.
emotional level.
All right.
I rolled a 20 non-natural.
Okay.
14 plus 6.
Yep. So the second one hits.
7 damage.
Okay. Take 7 damage. So you hit him in. So you throw your daggers. The first one's gonna hit him in the shoulder again. The second one will hit him just below the shoulder. And he just he turns and looks at you, and menacingly.
Alright. 6 daggers.
That's gone.
How is he looking?
So he looks a little
A little.
worse
bloody.
for wear. He's taken a couple of hits. He's got a couple of daggers standing out of him. He's took an arrow to his opposite shoulder, which he basically just snapped off. So he's bleeding from a couple of different spots.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's probably like up there in levels.
Because I'm gonna drop back.
Granted, there's like 8 of
a
us.
step or two?
He is considered a CR2.
And I'm gonna
What
say,
the
screw
fuck?
it, you're all gonna know my class.
There's 10 of us. And one of him.
Yeah.
Could go poorly.
Could.
You're all gonna know my
So
class.
we're
if I
up
get
to
numbered.
Nira.
Okay, I want to dash
Okay.
to right
Dabble
in front of
Okay.
him.
Okay. Can you make it there?
I got 25.
Yep. I don't know if you're gonna be able to make it there.
So
15.
no, 5, 10,
15.
25,
25.
Careful with pushing on that thing.
15, 20. Right in front of you.
Got it.
We're just gonna jump his ass.
And
Mm-hmm. It's almost like an existential.
Because you've taken.
I have
but
action
quite
surge.
as
Unless existential more.
Okay, so yeah, you could take an extra action because your action surge.
I guess I would
dark.
ask.
Nice dark and full of terror.
So I have 4d8 superior die, and if I could disarm him,
Oh, superiority, your battle master.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. If you
That's
want to do
really
that,
good.
go ahead and make your attack first. And then I think you superior
the
die
red
is damage, I think, if I read that correctly. Here, hand me the book. Go ahead and make your attack, and then hand me the...
Because I've got, they need to roll 8 plus my proficiency and plus their my dex.
Yeah, what is the thing again that you're doing?
Menacing attack. Or, no, it's disarming attack.
Takes damage roll. Okay, yeah, sure. So roll your attack.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Plus,
you
what do I
hit.
add? Do I add
You
anything?
natural 20 will hit.
Okay.
So I mean, normally, yeah, you would add all of your bonuses and whatnot. But so you roll your damage. Roll your damage die, which is what is it, D8.
D8.
Roll your D8.
5.
Okay. Then add your strength modifier.
8.
Okay, and then add your +1. So 9. Okay. Then your critical, plus your strength, plus your +1. So what is your strength?
So 17.
Okay, and then add your superiority die, which is your D8. So add a D8.
5.
Okay, so what was the total now?
22.
Okay, he takes 22 points of damage.
Hot damn.
Okay,
Disarming
Remind me
attack,
not to piss off.
scimitar.
I'm just gonna say that's not even gonna matter because he's dead.
I want him to drop it before he dies.
He's dead. I'm gonna say that you basically cut off his hand.
No,
That's a
no,
good way of disarming.
no. Can I just?
You've
can
literally
I say it the way I wanna
disarmed
do it?
him.
No, I want to actually disarm him. Like I go for the shoulder, and
Sure,
like
sure.
it's out in the woods somewhere.
You
You
disarmed
lob
him.
and you pull it back and
like,
it flies off your axe.
You cut off his, we just,
Okay.
and it flings away, and he collapses.
Our
and he's dead.
I'm gonna be like,
being
Okay.
over like
Remind-
you see.
Alright.
remind me never to piss off the dwarf.
When he collapses. Okay,
When
so
he collapses, something comes out of his body.
no, so when he collapses, so we're gonna go. We're out of combat.
Yep.
When he collapses, you notice that
I remember when I
the
was going
arm that you disarmed. You notice that on the wrist is a very familiar
This symbol?
symbol to you.
This
Yeah,
symbol?
this symbol right here.
Symbol
You
right
notice
here.
that this is tattooed into his wrist. So for those of you, if you haven't seen it, this one. You guys?
Never seen it before in my life.
So this is tattooed into his wrist.
Sir Puckahole
as
strikes
you-
again.
I'm going to grit my teeth and just.
Yep. You see that tattooed in his wrist, and then you notice that the arm starts to fade away into an ethereal vapor, as well as the body. It just seems to fade away into ethereal
Are the
vapor.
other
I'm gonna
bodies
grab his hood.
gone?
You grab his hood, and you are now holding a hood.
Sweet. I wanted something off of him.
Yep. You, with this in
The
mind,
other bodies?
you notice that the other bodies also fade away into
Somebody grab his
nothing.
coin purse.
All of their belongings are still there. Their clothes are there. Their weapons are there, but their bodies are not.
Cool.
Cool.
We killed the baddie. Or baddies.
Is it
Search.
killed them?
Did you find it?
Sure.
We made them disintegrate. We Thanos to them.
So you search through the stuff on
Hey, this is your dice.
the guy that you see there. He is holding a scimitar. He has got total of 4 daggers.
Oh, he's got 2 in his body.
Yeah,
total of
there's
6,
so there's
technically.
2 more that fell that were in his body. So there's a total of 6 daggers there.
So the body
Do you want the clean
disappeared,
ones
but
or the
not
dirty
the
ones?
equipment.
Well,
Not the
the
equipment.
Okay.
It just the body faded away.
I
in a
had
sense.
like 11 daggers when I got here.
Yep.
Damn it! He Yoda'd.
No,
Pardon?
he died and
He
basically
Yoda'd.
turned to dust
Yoda?
as well as the rest of them.
Out of character, he Yoda'd.
Okay, yeah, totally.
His body faded,
Oh,
but
he
all
pulled-
of his gear is
He
there.
pulled a straight up Obi-Wan where he sleeved through the hood and he's just long.
Yeah.
So you find the scimitar. You find 6 daggers because there's 4 that was in his kind of bandolier, 2 that fell out of where would have been his shoulder, and the robes. You find the robes. That are,
Are, okay, are the 2 that fell out of his shoulder have blood on them? Or are they clean?
yeah, they got blood on them.
Oh,
No
good.
paperwork or anything.
Nope.
Does he have
Search
any
their pockets or
passports, ID, state,
Nope.
or national?
Wow.
Nothing else besides that.
I have a puzzled look on my
Okay,
face.
I want to go
You got it.
look at this guy.
Sure. So you head over to the other corpse that's there, and you
Wait,
check.
shouldn't there
I learned
be
not to put dice in my mouth.
There's a total
one
of
pile of clothes here, one pile of clothes here?
yes. So
one
there's a
pile
total
of
of 4.
clothes here.
There's 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to do the loop.
Okay. Sure. So as you check the other piles of
If
clothes,
anybody else wants to do anything while I'm looking at the clothes.
off my
you are going
paws.
to find.
I'm
Wow.
gonna
Meow.
walk over to the panther and just kind of scratch it behind the ears.
Each one of them is holding a short
And say,
sword.
"Good kitty."
Yeah.
So there are 3 short
I
swords.
knew you smelled familiar.
You find a
And
dagger
then
on each one of
Walk
them,
over to the fire.
and on all 3 of them, you find a wrist shot, which is basically a
Wrist rocket?
Think of it like a dart cannon. That's
Assassin's
embedded.
Creed
An assassin's weapon.
Start magic card.
Each one of them is
Yeah.
holds basically it's an integrated
That's
thing
stronger for
with like a
us.
magazine that wraps into there. There is no additional darts besides what is in them.
Metal too. Shit.
2 of them hold
I have
5. One of them
Okay.
holds 4.
So 3 arm.
So there's 3 wrist shots is what they're called.
Okay.
And
And how many darts?
so there is a total of 14 darts between the 3 of them. 2 of them have a full clip of 5. One of them has 1 shot.
Hey, wait, I got a present for you.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all you find. And then of course robes. You find the hooded robed clothing. So you guys have wrapped that up, and that's what you found.
I want to go check number 4 over here.
She's
It's kind of a group.
What's
of-
the die?
she'll have made the loop
Sorry.
between
That's
all of you guys.
a
You
bear
will make the
trap.
loop.
Ah, it's caught in a trap.
So with this, we're gonna wrap this up for the night here. We're gonna say that you guys have completed the combat, and you're retreated to the fire to take in the rest of the night's activities. We will pick up the following morning, unless there's anything else additional that you guys want to do. That's what we'll pick up next
Ow.
time.
Does my character comprehend what he meant by hand it over?
That's all you. What do you make of that?
Probably meant the amulet.
He pointed, so throughout the combat, I'll
Does he have the amulet?
remind you what happened throughout the combat.
Yeah.
When you originally stabbed the guy, he turned and said, "Found him." Then when you got up in his face and he attacked you, he said, "Hand it over."
The only thing I know of what I have is what I have.
Amulet. And you did kill the one guy with your sword, so they might be looking for the sword as well. I don't know.
Well, the only
I
already
would think-
purchased.
amulet.
Okay, yeah, probably.
I was going to say I would think the sword more.
Yep.
So
And
because that is something that is unique to him, and not. Well, we have 2 of them.
well, okay, so here's what I'll say. So from the members that were involved in combat, keep in mind who was
I was asleep.
not in combat or not involved or not visible at different times.
Oh yeah.
And you found the marks on their wrist. So keep that in mind.
The amulet.
Yep.
Okay, but anyway, so we'll call her for that. We will pick up in the morning after next time, unless there's anything you guys want to do now at
No,
night.
I think this is great.
I want to go look at my trap.
Sure.
Is there
You go
anything
check
in my
your
trap?
There's nothing in your trap. Sorry.
That's not cool.
Part
Can
of
I
all the
re-
commotion and
Can
whatnot.
I retrieve the arrows that I sunk into the people?
Wait, I know.
Says it
I know there's something
dissipated?
else I want to do.
So
So,
you can retrieve. Yes. you
Well,
can
I'm
retrieve 2.
magic-less.
Okay, pineapple is.
Because you shot. How many did you shoot? 2.
2.
Yeah, you can
Fuck
retrieve
Because
both of
you.
those.
warlocks have very, very,
No.
very limited spell slots.
You rely
I will
on
slap
your
you in the
eldritch
face with a
implications.
slice.
Yeah. So that's where we'll call it for tonight. Pick it up next time.
Alright.